What's up, everybody? This is Rat coming at you with another video. Today we're just going to do a brief overview, introductory people. If you are a new ghost hunter and demonologist, then this is a video you're going to want to watch. And make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and that way you'll know when another video comes out. Now, looking at this equipment here, this is the default equipment that comes when you start up your first match playing Demonologist. And we're going to go through them one at a time, get you a good idea of how they're going to work, what you can do with them, and some basic tips for you to start your ghost hunting adventure in Demonologist. Now, let's start with the easel. Now, if you pick up the easel with your grab button, which is E, okay? All right, and it shows up like this in your inventory. Okay, now when you want to put it down, all right, you use G to drop, and you can actually use your scroll wheel to adjust how you want to place it. If it's red, obviously it's not a good place to place it. You can spin it around. What is a good tip to do with the easel is put it in the direction of the ghost is walking. If you know where the ghost is, like you see stuff falling down from the shelves, put it right in that area and adjust it accordingly. If you think it's going in between two doors, which we've seen happen, put it right in the walking path facing one of the doors. But what I like to do is I like to put it up against the wall, kind of in the middle of the path where the ghost is walking. Now, this is your EMF detector. Obviously, some of you will be turned off at the idea that there's a roach on it. But there's some great in-game read if you go to the how-to guide. Hit your J button, go to your guide. Read through your guide. It's going to talk about the cockroach and how there's some ghost stuff that goes along with that. But I'll let you do that reading. It's a pretty good read. But naturally, an EMF detector, you see those 5 dots right there on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you're in the realm of a ghost, you're going to see that kind of pick up a little bit. It'll go 1, it'll 2. You'll see that number up in the upper right where there's a 0. And you'll see it kind of go up. Drop that again in the path where you think the ghost is moving around. You want to put it right in that area. You can actually set it down. And later on when you buy a video camera, it's not in the default equipment. You can actually watch it from this screen right here. But you got to get a certain amount of money to buy a video camera, and that's not what we're covering in this video. But that EMF detector, that's how that puppy's going to work. Put it right in the middle of the ghost path. And again, you can use G to drop it. Spirit box. Okay, spirit box, when you're talking, just ask a bunch of questions. Keep talking. If you don't get a response, keep talking. But use your left mouse button for it to go zoom in right up to your virtual mouth there. And if a ghost talks back to you, you're going to see the little ghost on the upper right of the spirit box begin to flicker. It's going to get it'll flicker, and then you'll hear the ghost talk. You'll know when it's working. But if you don't get any movement out of that, either the ghost does not react to a spirit box, or just keep asking questions. You know, don't be afraid to be a little be creative in your questions. They love and hate different things that's specified in the ghost data. Now, ESG. Now, the ESG often confuses people. And there's a lot of folks who are asking, what do I do with the ESG? Well, what the ESG does is when you set it down, and again, I like to put it right next to the easel in the middle of the walking path of the ghost. The ghost, if it walks over it and it responds to ESG, you're going to see the ghost, an apparition, appear on top of the ESG or walking through the ESG. One way to test it, you see apparitions multiple times, look to see if it's right near the ESG. That's what the ESG will do, is it'll get you a ghost apparition. And of course, you can use your scroll button to kind of adjust which way you want it to face. Put it in the middle of the walking path. I like to put it right up next to the easel, like so. Something like that. Either a little bit behind it, or maybe sometimes to the right of it. Because again, you can use a video camera and watch all of this happening at once, but you got to buy the video camera before you can mess with that. So you got to get some little ghost monies going. Okay, ecties. All right. Ectoplasms are going to appear like a mark. It kind of looks like a fat boomerang. It's going to be highlighted white, and it's going to be on a wall, typically near where a ghost event is happening. You just got to keep moving around, sort of like so, until you kind of find it. Sometimes you got to check all the walls. Sometimes your sanity's got to go down a little bit to see ectoplasts, or for short, ecties. Oftentimes I come back and do multiple sweeps when that happens. Same with ESG and with your easel. Sometimes you got to get in there, stay in there for a little bit, let your sanity go down a tad. for these things to get the reactions that you want. UVs. Okay, if you want to see fingerprints, all right, this is your guy right here, but you want to get up next to light switches on the backs of doors is where I see them the most. If you hear like a light switch go, or you hear a light switch flicker, grab your UV, walk up right next to it, kind of like so, and check to see if you've got a fingerprint all the way up to it. What I commonly like to do is when I first go into a ghost house, I turn on all the lights in the nearby areas. When you see, look, because most ghosts aren't going to like the lights. So you'll hear the light bulbs pop. You'll hear them flicker off. It does happen. But that's how I can kind of identify fingerprints and where a ghost is. Now, lastly, your regular duty flashlight, you get 2 by default. You can left click, turn it off and on. If I'm getting chased, I'll run into a corner or in a closet. And I'll just turn it off like so, stand in the corner. Most of the time the ghosts will leave, at least for me, but every now and then they'll walk right into where I'm hiding and pick me up. I die quite a bit. But that's part of the adventure. You got to be willing to die to find the ghost. So that's all of the default ghost tools. Now you can do them quick tips. Remember, sometimes you got to let your sanity get down a little bit before you start seeing reactions. Sometimes ghosts will react right away, but that's how you can work a lot of the default items in conjunction. And I'll have another video out later talking about the advanced items and the purchasable items and how all those work. If you want to see more Demonologist content, be sure to like and subscribe. If you're an advanced player, leave us a note in the comments. Let us know if you've got some other tips for the youngsters. We absolutely want new ghost hunters to figure out their way in the ghost hunting world of Demonologist. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.